How's it going, everyone? Yin Yang, good to see you. It is it's been a day. It's been a day. Not a bad day, just a very long day. As people start rolling in, to give you an idea of why it was a long day. For those that don't know, I work overnight shifts. Not going to specify where or anything like that, but my shifts are usually from about 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And thankfully, I did not have any shifts tonight or yesterday, but some people that were on the overnight staff did. In fact, most of them did. So, we find out about 2 weeks ago that there is a mandatory staff meeting. They do not tell us what for. We didn't actually find out till we got there. And it was just for training. It wasn't anything serious. It wasn't anything that they couldn't have just sent it to us in an email, had us take a test, fill out the eval. There was no reason for us to be there. But it meant that some people worked a shift from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then had to stay up an additional 3 hours for the training that lasted from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and then had to go back for another shift tonight from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you're thinking that sounds unreasonable, good. Yeah, extremely unreasonable. And in fact, because we're in the process of transitioning from one boss to the other, the old one was the one that made the scheduling, of course, and the new one was honestly, if you need to tap out, please do it, and, if you feel like you're tired, go home. You need to be working tonight. It's not safe for you to be on the road after not sleeping for almost a day straight, potentially longer. It was a mess. But wait, there's more. On top of that, the person that scheduled this entire meeting also scheduled for the plumbing to be worked on, which means for that entire gap from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., we had no working toilets for the entire staff. Yeah, needless to say, that did not go over well. And to top it all off, of course, I got home from doing that training and took a nap, and when I woke up initially, because we delayed the stream by an hour, I had, I had heard a bunch of kids were outside, so I turned on my laptop and I'm like, hey, the stream's gonna be delayed. And they were trying to call me in because everybody else was exhausted, unsurprisingly, but somehow he never saw it coming. But I already have plans. I'm sticking to those plans. And while it's not a New Year's resolution, it is definitely a self-care thing for me to not be taking these, sudden out of the blue, we need somebody to come in last second. Because I did it a couple years back, / last year. And if I do it every time that it's available, I will not have any days off. It's not healthy. They can figure it out. So, that said, let's actually get into the game. I've been listening to this music for a while, and it's got a very Phoenix Wright vibe to it, which I'm very in approval of. But yes, this is Brok the InvestiGator. I've had a friend of mine, Professor Gascan, gift this to me on Steam, and I had been interested in playing it for a little while because all of what little I have seen looked incredibly promising, so I was looking forward to seeing exactly how this would go. Play this in traditional Chinese. Perfect. I will not be doing that. Make sure there's nothing else here. Really? Exit game is under options. Even though there's an exit game here and you could just... Alright. Interesting. I'm going to play it with keyboard for now. I do have my Switch Pro controller plugged in, So I might see if very quickly, obviously it's compatible, but we'll see if it plays more effectively on a controller. I'll move that to my lap here. But for now, let's get started. Use any controls you like. Fights difficulty, relax, standard, hardcore. Want a challenge controller? Highly recommended. Oh, well, that's good to know. I think I'm going to leave it on standard, personally. As much as I am looking forward to the puzzles and the story, I do want the beat-em-up sections to have like a little bit of heft to them.
Huh? A fire? Where am I?
You're in a place that's on fire.
Trouble! I'd better get out of here. Fast!
Move Brok with L. Press A to interact.
A flower bouquet? I wonder who they're for. This is... weird. What's this supposed to depict? No idea how this happened, but I'd better stay away from that fire. Must be one of those trendy voice services. Just press the button and ask whatever you want. Whoa! What's going on with the electricity? I wish it was a real one, but it's just a digi-window.
Yeah, it definitely does have that, like, humongous entertainment feel a little bit here.
And it's broken.
I will say the quality feels a little bit higher.
This looks familiar somehow. A decorative blanket, maybe? Looks sturdy.
It feels like a mix of, like, that, but also the Phoenix Wright games, because in Phoenix Wright there's a bunch of stuff you can click on,
I should take it.
and, like, more often than not, sometimes it's just flavor text, it's not important at all, but...
No idea how this happened.
Open the inventory with the D-pad. Oh, so you can actually, like, flick between... This says open the inventory, but that's not what it is. I can use the D-pad to flick between, like, all the things I can interact with. And then I can use the right stick to move the cursor. Plus is what I was looking for, not the D-pad. That looked like a D-pad to me.
Wow, some kind of ornamental...
Okay, so you're able to also go back and look again at...
There, it's working, but maybe not for long. I need to get past that door.
Stuck, fight your way through. Press Y to switch to action mode. Brok will be ready to fight and break things. Well, before we do that...
Front door. Nope. Front doors are usually impregnable. There must be another way.
Okay, just making sure. Fight mode. Punch door with X. Nice.
It's not active. And burning. I shouldn't worry. Those things are fireproof.
Ow.
Looks like a multitasks tribot. Let's switch it on. Nothing. Is it out of juice?
Probably.
Another. No good. Are they broken? I always knew these were unreliable junk. Too bad. They could have helped putting out the fire. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Meaty-Me. A multimedia holographic device to watch all your favorite programs and liveys for hours in the comfort of your home. Obviously, it won't work. Locked and in perfect shape. I don't think I can break that one. Locked and in perfect shape.
Welcome.
Yikes!
Unidentified user. Please provide name and function.
My name? It's,
Alert, level 5. Burglary in progress.
What the?
Please remain still until agents arrive to arrest you.
Okay, I'll be sure to do that.
I'm no thief, Triangle Head. And don't you have more urgent business to take care of? Like the fire?
Inappropriate attitude detected. Request for applicable disposition. Database search in progress. Network unreachable. Closest range of action in local data is neutralize the individual at all costs.
That tin can is crazy. No point trying to reason with these things.
Please don't interrupt the destruction process.
Here it comes.
Get him! Hold B to defend.
I'm glad this was the only mad robot here. Whoops.
Hashtag spoke too soon. Yeah.
Looks like this was the last one. Hey, a door just unlocked.
Did it? Interesting. Oh, do not worry about the raffle entry. That was for a previous stream. I had just forgotten to take that off channel points as I've been busy. But yeah, that was for when we did Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and there was a raffle entry to get a copy of the game. So yeah, do not worry about that.
That's unbearable. I need to find a way out of here. Fast.
Brok's more agile than he looks. First, set yourself to action mode, then press A to jump. Hold L in direction to move while jumping. You can jump on many elements in the rooms you'll investigate. Don't forget this when an item seems out of reach. I did see that in the background.
Leah! Hang on! I'm right here!
It's you.
Don't talk! You'll wear yourself out. I'll get you out of here.
No need.
Why are you saying that?
You know why.
No. I don't. What happened? Leah? Leah! She passed out. I need to help her. Quick!
Let's punch it. Nope, that's not the answer. Also, you can double tap to run. It has not mentioned that yet, but you can in fact do that.
Leah! It's useless. Her leg is stuck. A diploma. Some rewards. Medical Discovery of the Year. Are these Leah's? Whoa! What happened here? I can't even see the bottom. I'd better be careful.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, apparently if I click in the thumbstick, it will give me a not-so-subtle hint, so I'll make sure to not do that from now on unless I am truly stuck, but that's good to know.
Those won't help me move the furniture. What if I remove that metal bar? There you go.
Metal bar.
No way. It's too heavy. I'll need a tool to help me move the furniture. So heavy. I have to. No. I'm not strong enough.
All your fault,
What?
murderer.
Leah, what are you saying? I just found you. You're gonna make it. I promise.
Liar. You killed me. You killed him.
Stop it. You know I'd never do anything like that.
Worthless. Dangerous. How could you lie to everyone? Even yourself.
Stop it, please.
Shouldn't have trusted you. My My son isn't safe with you.
That's not true. I'm taking good care of him. Wait. Something's not right. Where is...
Criminal. Doomed.
I need to focus to get you out of here. Hold on. I'll try it again. It's so heavy. No. I'm sorry. I love you. But I'm just not strong enough.
Should have known.
What's going on? I'll get some help. Don't move.
Of course. Running away, like always.
I'm not, but
You'll be judged for your sins.
no. No! The ground! Is everything collapsing? I'll stay here with you.
Liar! You left me alone.
No, I won't.
I'll never forget. I'll never forgive you.
No! No!
Morning. Another nightmare, huh?
I guess.
Somebody called you earlier.
Who?
How would I know? Check your phone.
Right. Whoa. 6 phone calls from the same guy? I better call them back.
Finally. I thought you'd never reply.
Yeah, sorry. I had personal issues. So tell me, your name is Sin? You need my services?
Of course I do. You're my last hope. Please, come to my apartment. I've sent you the address.
Wait, aren't you gonna tell?
There's no time, and the line could be tapped.
Okay.
Hurry!
Why do I only get weird clients? I'd better get ready.
Chapter 1, Across the Border. Also, no, I was not aware Phineas and Ferb was going to be getting more episodes, but... But more importantly, just casually walk into this punching bag.
I bet. Well, rather a mattress, I guess. Good enough for me. Don't have much time to sleep anyway. Bought it to bring some oxygen to the room. It looks like it's dying. Putting a plant in an underground apartment wasn't such a good idea.
That feels very Phoenix Wright. For those that have played that before.
Got you. I used to play this instrument when I was young. Leah, I still can't make any sense of these nightmares. It didn't happen that way. I wasn't there. The only picture I have left, we were happy together, even if it was short-lived. Not much left.
Several hotspots are very close. Can't select the one you want. You can use the D-pad to switch from one to another.
What's that? Some kind of paper. Yep, that's an ad. Must have come with the food we bought.
An ad! Brok's phone is hungry for ads. There are 3 adverts hidden in each location. Use them to get hints when you're stuck.
Ugh. Goat cheese.
Ew.
Buy these from Graf. I refuse to eat something produced by another person's body. Gross. Ah, I remember. Someone paid me with this energy drink. I'll take it. I get thirsty on the way.
Concentrated helium for extra energy. Boost strength for 30 seconds.
Pompalos fruits. These cost a fortune and are full of chemicals, but I like to eat real food.
Fresh fruit. Only 5% of pesticide. Restores 25% health.
I'll leave the other one for Graf.
No, I don't like those.
But you gotta eat solid stuff. Can't grow up with sodas.
I mean, can't I?
No, you really can't.
What would a detective be without a magnifying glass? Not exactly high tech, but that's how I like it. I should take it.
A magnifying glass.
Hey, what's going on with the auto-clean tribot?
Dunno. Been stuck like that since morning.
Maybe I should... Ah, that thing electrocuted me.
Oh well. Looks like we're both stuck at home today.
Possible. I need to get rid of it. Hey, how are you doing?
Don't you have some errand? Don't mind me.
But I just want to have a little chat before I go.
All right. What is it?
How are you lately?
I'm okay.
You're sure? You don't seem very...
I said I'm okay. Got it?
All right. He's stressed out. How come you're not at school?
You mean the consciousness center?
Whatever. It used to be called school in my day.
I'm taking it 10. My eco-manager teacher broke his ankle. He doesn't have a Medi-Tribot. Can you believe it?
We don't either.
Yeah, but that's only because you're poor as a church mouse. School teachers are drummers.
Yeah. Bunch of arrogant people who can't move a finger without a doohickey to help them.
Because if there's one thing we know about teachers, it's that they're paid very, very well.
Yeah, you married one.
Right. Your mom was different. This is Graf. I've been taking care of him since his mother died 5 years ago. Hard to believe it's been that long. I've been so busy trying to make ends meet, I've barely seen him grow up. Hey, you want some pocket money?
Oh, sure. You know my account is limited. I'd prefer you give it to me directly instead of asking an AI for some.
Here, 30 units.
Awesome, thanks.
You want this? It's pretty cool.
Don't you have a client waiting for you?
Hey, take a look at...
Later.
This was your mother's.
So, why are you showing me this now?
Well, someday it'll be yours.
Great.
It's the Magatama.
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an ad under my clothes. That could be useful. I know, it's a mess. But I'm used to it now. Gotta make the best out of each tiny bit of space available.
It's your turn.
What? Already? Didn't I do it yesterday?
No, last week.
Man, time flies.
A stick? I want that. Gimme.
My stick. This belonged to Grandpa. He barely used it to walk, but he taught me to fight with it.
Yeah.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Your room?
Yes, my room.
All right. But I gotta clean it sometimes.
No, we have an auto-clean Tribot for that.
True.
Haha.
Little bot.
Great. Who's gonna do the cleaning now?
Don't worry. I'll have Shay fix it.
A cleaning bot.
The tank is full. It collected a lot of fur. Must be what caused the issue.
Not my fault. Don't look at me like that.
Oh no. Shouldn't have touched it. Now I'm covered in cat fur.
Cat fur. It's delicious. Also, it's clearly his fault because, you know, fur. Yeah. It's a joke. They did a thing.
Another call?
Hey, where are you?
Well, on my way.
I said it was urgent. Please hurry.
Okay.
I'll get there when I get
I
there.
had such a stressed client before. That doesn't bode well.
As a detective, Brok will be writing all kinds of stuff he deems important. Check these in the clues menu section. Some of them will prove useful to solve the cases. Some of them won't.
This used to be an Ask Anything system to welcome new visitors. Back when right-thinking drummers built this place. It broke ages ago, so we've recycled it into a job board. Much more appropriate. So, what's new today? 70-year-old lady ready to take care of your kids in your absence. Price starting from 9 units per hour. Varies according to species. I reserve the right to refuse wolves, crocs, and squealer cubs. Ugh. You wouldn't believe what drummers throw away. To get some of the best stuff, try our Trasher Hunt. Participation costs 10 units. Entrance located on the roof of this building. Yeah, I've used it before. Really a great deal when you're lucky. I'll give it a go if I find time today. 2 great Kachu groups will perform next Wednesday in Sector 54X. Free entry. Come join us. Darn, this was last week. Missed it. The male security system.
Please confirm your identity by pressing the touch panel.
Security. Tighter security. Always more security. When did the world become so complex?
I think around 2001.
You've got mail.
I was afraid it was gonna say that. Our mailbox is already...
Your mailbox is already...
Ha! Beat you to it. My biggest source of stress. Opening that rack. Tons of bills, security notices, more laws and advertisements. Let's get this over with. Just one bill? Great!
Yay, a bill!
Wire energy bill? 245 units? Must be Graf. He's constantly in front of screens. Can't blame him, though. There's nothing much exciting to do around here. Say, another paper. Lee's note. Due to numerous fraud attempts, direct transfer from phones is no longer accepted. What? All payments must now be processed through pipe terminals within 2 days of receiving your bill?
That sounds a lot like my
All right.
apartment complex.
I'm gonna have to find one of those. And most importantly, how am I gonna find so much dough on such short notice? Later. I'm partial to showering after my nightly fight. I can hold it in for several days if needed.
Please
There
don't.
are more urgent matters. It won't turn on. Poor little thing. It's been rusting here for days. Leaking some kind of powder on the floor. I wonder what it's for and where it comes from.
I think as far as exploring things goes, I'm going to try to find stuff naturally. But after I get through an area, before I walk to a new screen, I'll double check to make sure I didn't miss anything.
So, hand over the moolah.
Mr. Squealer, did you take a good look? Do you really expect someone like me to have that kind of money?
Who cares? Them's the rules. You make a deal, you pay. Or else.
Oh, well, I guess this is gonna hurt then.
Hey, what's your problem? Leave the old man alone.
None of your business. Get the heck out of here. And as for you...
Ugh. Can you end me quickly? Please, I'm done suffering.
Oh, I'll make you suffer, buddy.
Enough. You're gonna regret it.
Oh, didn't realize they could do that. Fight over. Choose a bonus: strength, special attack, health.
Oh, you'll pay for this.
They're gone. Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. What was that about?
You really shouldn't have interfered. I don't have much longer to live anyway.
Don't say that. And you didn't answer my question.
It's a long story, but in short, I owe money. You see, I've been diagnosed with heart strength, which is incurable. Some days, the pain is hard to bear. I figured those rats could provide me with some drugs to suppress it. I just wanted to enjoy life before it's too late.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Although, when there's life, there's hope. No disease is ever incurable. One just has to search thoroughly. I've lived with a chemist long enough to know that.
Theoretically, but no one cares about us slummers.
In any case, you shouldn't be staying here in the cold. Come to our apartment. There's not much space, but we'll find a way.
That's very nice of you, but I can't accept. I've already caused you enough trouble as it is. I fear they'll come after you.
Just let them. I'll show them the meaning of respect your elders. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply.
Don't worry about it, but please don't insist. This is my choice.
All right, but I'll find a way to help you somehow. I promise.
You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't waste it on people like me.
I want to, and it's my decision as well.
All right. Here's the last medical prescription I've got. This dates back to my time as a drummer, before they expelled me.
Expelled?
You know the rules. Only valid people are able to stay, unless you've got family to pay. And I don't. This medicine helps stabilize my disease. I'm not sure you can still get anything with this old cardboard piece, but take it. I wish I had something more useful to offer you.
That's fine. I'll manage.
Thank you, my boy.
Those are squealers, weren't they?
Correct.
I thought they were exiled a decade ago.
Yeah, at least that's what most people believe. However, some of them stay hidden in the shadows, infiltrating our society. My disease made me weak. They took advantage of the situation, but I don't blame them.
How can you say that? They just tried to murder you.
Yes, but I couldn't pay them back. I don't regret it, though. The drugs give me more time. I did everything I wanted.
Still, they shouldn't go as far as threatening to kill you. There's just no excuse.
Be careful, boy. There's no such thing as black and white.
Those dog tags. You were in the military.
Good eye, boy. A few years ago, I was part of the resistance during the autarkism fight.
Then surely you can face them.
You may be a detective, but you've still got a lot to learn. My body is declining. I can barely stand on my feet. This is pointless. I've accepted the fact that my life is over.
I can't let you say that. I'll find a way to help.
Please don't give me false hope.
He said not to get involved, or I'd get into trouble. Maybe he's right, but I can't help it. I need to help the poor chap. I've got to go, but I'll be back soon.
Be careful, boy.
Hey, that's a collectible ad.
You got a thing.
Nice. An ad coupon. This place has changed quite a bit since the last time I was here.
Treasure hunt. This place is entirely optional on your quest, but if you've got some unis to spend, you can get useful items here.
Welcome to Treasure Hunt. What a marvelous... Maybe I should be surprised the glass is... Actually, slummers aren't quite the vandals drummers think we are. We don't break the law and spend an hour searching for stuff with bare hands in those...
Yeah, I think I will come back to that specific part later. I'm going to continue with the story primarily here.
Ooh, that's warm.
The weather is rather nice, but, you know, old people are always cold.
Mood.
Don't say that. You're not old.
Living here? Yes, I am.
According to the message, my client lives in Center Basic 568. That block is near this street. Let's go check it out.
But first,
This
a
is
pipe
what we
pill.
use for paying invoices and getting a daily pill. Let's give it a whirl. Nothing's happening. Is it broken?
It is. It's been like this since yesterday, but no one has repaired it yet.
Just my luck.
You don't say. I set up my stall here for a reason, but no one comes around anymore.
Are there any others around here?
Probably, though I've heard the same thing has happened at other places in the slums.
Really? I haven't heard about this.
Oh, you know, the media is all controlled by the government.
You think so?
Of course. In any case, it's kind of worrying. We need these.
Yeah. Had too many other things going on to worry about.
Everyone's saying the same thing. We need to stay positive and have faith in a brighter future.
I'm gonna assume, based on the fact I can hear scribbling, that was important to have that clue.
All kinds of stuff related to the Untail. I'm not a believer. All kinds of stuff related to... I'm not a believer. Hello.
Hello, sir. Would you like anything?
Just chatting for now. How's business?
Could be better, but I'm not complaining. As long as I earn enough to make a living, it's fine. I like this job, even if you see all kinds of weird stuff going on.
What do you mean?
Like, this morning, I got up early to prepare the stand. There was this big man sleeping, like, right around the corner, in his underwear. I was worried he would scare off the customers, so I tried to wake him up. And boy, was it hard. I thought I wouldn't ever get him to stand up. That poor man. He said he couldn't remember drinking, but has no memory from the night before. He probably took some drugs.
A homeless guy?
Nope. He told me he's a policeman. Goes to show that even drummers aren't so happy with their lives after all. For a policeman to go that low, that's really bad.
Me thinks
It doesn't
that's
matter
probably
how
our
much they
client.
flash their shiny badge around town. They've got their share of troubles too.
Yeah, all about maintaining that image. Oh, I didn't have that one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the client said block 568. I shouldn't waste my time going in here. That bridge used to be a dazzling piece of art, welcoming citizens every day. Now a shadow of the... I don't need it. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Whatever's inside must control the power around here. Messing with power cables brings...
Oh, I hear Kazuichi screaming like a banshee. X Harper, thank you for the raid. Man, it's been a while since we've been raided. I need to make sure to take some time to actually be able to run the guns, as it were. Used to have countermeasures, but they were on my old laptop, so I need to transfer that over. Still, thank you for the raid. As of right now, we are playing Brok the Investigator, which I've never played before. I'd heard good things, but I've not played it myself. Been enjoying it thus far, though. The voice acting's really good, music's really good, so definitely liking it thus far. I'm not talking too much, mostly just to to get into it, but that is something I'm curious about. Do you want me to talk more or less? Do you want me to...
A building must have collapsed recently.
That scream. Yeah, no, that's fair. It's designed to. That's Kazuichi for you.
Sectors are falling apart.
A character that's in a different mystery game. Some good old Danganronpa.
The info phone. It's displaying a list of the residents. Sin's name. Yep, he's home. Maybe I should give him a ring.
Yep.
Oh, that button is busted. I don't need it. Security's a bit tighter here than it is at my place.
Still salty about V3. That's fair. Yeah, 2 is still my favorite. V3's... It's got its moments, good and bad. Oddly enough, I'd probably say V3's got my least favorite cast.
I'm glad we don't have this spine trap. The info phone. Sin's name. Ugh, whatever's inside must control. Messing with power cables brings...
See if the merchant's got anything here.
So, I've got lovely statues of...
No thanks.
And about a good old Bowser. I hope you enjoy your dancing Bowser, and thank you for following. Oops, I clicked off that window.
That's a pretty outrageous thing to say. But you're in luck. I'm used to hearing worse.
Whatever. Go ahead believing in magical stuff you can't see, and I'll just keep believing in things based in reality.
Speaking of Danganronpa V3.
Like my strength to survive every day.
That's where you're wrong. The true purpose of the Untail lies exactly there, helping us stay strong.
Yeah, and I guess your store helps you a lot with that?
Still, it's... Come back if you...
Yeah.
I punch the infophone. I can punch the entry code. Let's do it. Break it.
There you go.
Oh, that works. I feel like it's going to be in one of those technical areas of like, oh, you can solve the puzzle or you can just break it open, and breaking it open will be easier, but you'll also kind of have some sort of penalty for that later on. And maybe that's true, but...
The slums are falling apart, but without any money, nothing is going to get better.
Do you know you're paying for that? No, I'm not. It's fine.
Hey, after all these years, their panel is still working? Exclusive. Attempted Squealer's coup d'etat fails thanks to brand new military droids named Tribots. That's old news. As an outsider, one might think that some punks have damaged these mailboxes. However, I'd wager it was the residents themselves. I have to admit that all those...
So there's door, and there's door.
Not very friendly. Oops. This leads to the bathing area.
Doesn't it just? So there's mailbox and mailboxes. So I can get the...
Something's in there.
I kind of want to break it open. I'm not going to lie. Nah, I think I'm going to pass this time on breaking it open.
At last, here you are.
Truly sorry. I had some difficulties on the way. So, what's the fuss?
I'm in deep trouble. I've lost my crippling gun.
That's all? Why is it so important?
I'm gonna lose my job, that's why. I'm kinda new on the force. If I tell the chief I messed up, he'll fire me. I just can't afford it.
So you're hiring me to find that gun? Okay. How much can you offer?
500 unis.
1,000.
I can't. 500 is all I can afford. Please, I'm begging you.
All right. 500 it is. Wish I was better at negotiating. Tell me more. Any idea where you lost it?
Last night, I was on duty in Drummer Street. I'm absolutely certain I lost it during my watch in alley number 12. I had it before.
Then why don't you search for it yourself?
I can't go outside. If someone notices me without the gun, I'm done for.
Aren't you exaggerating a bit?
Are you from the police department?
Of course not. I can't stand them.
Then you don't know. Trust me.
Drummer Street, you say? There's a border post to enter the area. I can't pass it.
You're a detective. I thought you had credentials to examine the drums.
Nope. All my clients are slummers. I usually don't go near the dome.
Oh, great.
You're a cop. Can't you give me something? Call your colleagues, maybe?
I said it. I'm new. I have no one I can trust.
In that case, give me your uniform and your badge. I'll impersonate you.
Impossible. We don't use badges anymore. There's a body scan at the entrance of the dome. It can't be faked.
Darn. You're right. Then, I know. I have a friend who can do wonders with technology. She will find a way to get through.
Wonderful. Now, go ahead. What do you...
Hey, I'm gonna take some risks for you. You could be a bit more gracious.
Please, Mr. Detective, hurry up.
Better, but I won't move until I get enough information.
What now?
I'd like to inspect your apartment. Experience tells me things are often hidden right before our eyes.
But I told you, I lost it on Drummer Street.
I insist. Let me do my job. Rule number 3 in my book: never blindly trust your client.
Hashtag Matt on guard. If you know, you know.
Go ahead, but hurry.
To help your search, display all the possible hotspots by pressing X. However, some special items such as ads won't be indicated. It's also possible to skip dialogue you've already seen. You won't miss anything. This will not skip new dialogue.
How come you're living in the slums? I could have sworn cops were drummers.
You're wrong. I don't earn that much.
But are slummers allowed on the police force? I thought...
Please stop the useless questions and do your job. There's no time to waste.
So I'm doing lost and found today? I shouldn't complain. I've had worse jobs. Although I can't shake the feeling that something's not right. Well, I'm used to it anyway. Things always go wrong.
Welcome to Murphy's Law.
Hurry up!
Quite the stack. Looks like the guy loves to drink. What's this button for?
Don't! It's my... bed.
Bad.
Quite handy when you're running out of space. I should get me one of these. Let's see.
Hey, don't touch my jacket!
Don't worry. I'm just rummaging through your pocket to see. I found a flyer.
One of those activists in the street must have put it there. Keep it. I don't care.
Without searching through it, I can see an empty bottle of hot juice. Perfect to get drunk as a skunk. I can see the other side of the hallway from there.
Yeah, this whole building is falling apart. But this was the only apartment I could afford.
When did you move in?
About 2 weeks ago.
Ah, that explains a barren place. Why did you...
None of your business.
Ooh, no need to get upset. I'm just concerned whether you'll have the dough to pay me.
I will. In due time.
2 to 1, I'll never get paid for this.
Probably not.
What's in there?
Just food and clothes. What do you expect?
Do you mind if I open it?
I didn't call you to check my fridge.
Just a look-see? Who knows? Maybe you left the gun in there. Guess not. Nothing in particular.
You know, I'm starting to question your detective skills.
Act before thinking. That's what Grandpa always said. It usually works.
Not when we're short on time. Oh gosh, if someone finds the gun before me...
Got it. I'll speed up the pace. Mmm. Don't tell me you're
Food.
gonna steal. Not stealing. Besides, like you got it.
Oh, I didn't actually want to take that, but sure. An ant burger, delicious reconstituted ant powder meat full of proteins, restores 50% health.
Tablet. Looks like he used it to perform some searches on the TriWeb. Find lost item. Pawn shop. Medication, deep sleep. Cheap detective? Guess I should be glad to be well ranked for that search term. 2 glasses, eh?
So what?
Dunno. I had a feeling you lived alone.
I do.
Something stuck beside the mirror. A picture of Sin with a woman and a little girl? I wonder who they are. This mirror has seen better days. Just like myself.
Mood.
That cup doesn't seem important. However, there are 2 pills beside it. I'll take one.
A pill.
How lucky. An all-in-one washing machine. Wash yourself, your clothes, or both at the same time. What's that?
Whoops. I don't believe it. You've broken it. Remote control. For my, tablet.
Tablet,
Okay,
sure.
No worries. My friend is an electronic genius.
A damaged remote
That's
control.
mine. I didn't allow you to take it.
Trust me, I'll fix it. I owe it to you.
All right. But hurry up and find that gun.
Alright. I know, forget everything, so this reminder, deliberation and ceremony for the science fair starts at 5. You must be there. Oh, okay. So here's the main and the optional quests. Some clues. So there's a really stressed out client. He's worried someone may find his gun. He loves strong alcohol, and there's a picture of him with another woman. The sector government has total control over all forms of media. Policemen deep sleeping on an orange street nearby. Many pipe pull terminals in the slums are out of order. Oh, so there's ways to get multiple game overs. Interesting. Oh, so this is like the concept art. Gotcha. Casually go through that water. It's fine.
Nice. An ad coupon.
Where am I? Oh, there we go. I thought I got stuck underneath the boat or something there for a minute. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Oh, I didn't have that one. What's this for? What the?
That's a bit rude.
Shay! Hey! Shay!
Oh, hi, bro. How you doing?
What the heck is that abomination of a machine near the door?
Abomination? You mean the circular saw? Pretty neat, huh?
Neat? That thing almost killed me!
Well, you know, the slums aren't very safe for lone women. So, I built this ultimate crime detection device. The way you press the first button gives out a lot of information. Blood pressure, DNA, stress level, got nasty intentions. The system detects it and triggers the saw. Now tell me, are you feeling angry or stressed lately?
Well, he is now.
Are you insane?
Well, yeah. All right. I'll render it non-lethal then. But it will lose efficiency.
Deactivate it. Now!
Okay. But only during the day. I've got valuable stuff in here. So, why are you here?
I need your help to get across the border post.
I knew this day would come. See, I've prepared the perfect response to this.
For real?
Now, where did I put it?
Is it just gonna be her saying no?
Just a sec. Gotta search. There we go. Only two types of things can cross
Oh.
the border. Authorized citizens registered in the mainframe, and controlled merchandise. Any living thing stored in packages will be automatically destroyed. Therefore, the best solution consists of killing you.
Not an option.
I know! Well, technically this would work, but if you're not willing to try... Okay, the only other way isn't much easier. How to become an authorized citizen. The border post scans the user at the entrance in order to get a body print. This information is then compared to data contained within the local border post server. Each border post owns a copy of the data, which is replicated from into a central mainframe. Thus, you need to access one of these servers, add your body print, and ta-da! You're allowed to cross like a regular dome citizen.
Doesn't sound too hard.
Oh, I forgot to mention the deadly security equipment guarding the server. Nothing you can't handle, though.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm starting to wonder if that job is really worth the trouble.
I promised not to interfere with your PI job, but you're seeing the glass half empty. Think of it as half full instead.
Pray tell.
If you become an allowed citizen, you can start prospecting new clients in the drums and get rich.
That's a big if. Those rich folks will never be interested in a stinking, low-grade detective like me. But I guess it's worth a shot.
That's the spirit, bro.
What were you doing here in the dark?
I'm performing some isolation tests.
Isolation?
Yep. In our world, there are irritating environments. Loud sounds are usually the worst offenders.
Yep, that's why we started the stream late tonight a little bit.
Don't need to tell me. My neighbors can be pretty loud at night.
See this device? It's a hearing aid. I've succeeded in reversing its functions. So instead of amplifying sounds...
It's blocking them?
Glad to see you're following for once.
Hey, I'm always up to finding out about more questionable inventions from you. But why was the garage closed?
What if someone sneaks inside while I'm wearing these? I wouldn't want to take a risk.
Well, I passed through and you didn't notice.
You're not just anyone. You're the terror of the fight. The one and only bro.
Don't overdo it. My best friend. We've known each other since kindergarten. A little rough around the edges, but I trust her with my life. Well, maybe a bit less since that saw incident.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can you repair this tablet remote control?
A tablet remote control? Let me see. Where'd you get that?
My client. He's a policeman, and it was dropped accidentally.
Yep, by me.
That explains it. That ain't no tablet remote control, mister. This is police equipment. And if I'm not mistaken, it's used to remotely deactivate any kind of electronic devices. Cameras or mimes, for instance.
Really? Why would the police disable cameras?
Really?
To enter private property safely, I guess. Or shady things.
Nah, you're thinking.
Well, doesn't matter. Please tell me you can fix it.
Already done.
What? Already?
It's only cosmetic damage. It's working fine.
Oh, thanks anyway.
We did it.
Can I turn off or damage tribots with that?
It sends small impulsions and needs to recharge itself, so I wouldn't bet on it. Give it a try on smaller things, though.
Cool.
I'm on my way.
Wait, aren't you going to do a little training before tonight's...
Tonight's what?
The fight, of course?
Oh, yeah. But,
You forgot again? We do that every night.
well...
Did you forget the virtual arena?
really
Always.
sorry. Memories keep slipping from my mind these days. Someday I might even forget my name.
I see. Your brain is like Coca-Cola Soda Fizz. Full of bubbles.
Yeah.
Cheer up. I'm used to it. That's part of the package of doing business with you. Let me explain everything from the start. I own a virtual arena equipment running on a non-regulated site of the Triweb. You do the fighting, I do the managing. Spectators bet on your performance. The better you fight, the more money I'll make. The money we'll make. I'll give you a share of the pie.
What percentage are we talking about?
40.
What? I agreed to this?
You'll have to take my word for it.
Feel like I'm being conned.
Hey, I'm taking risks too. These events aren't fully legal, you know? Besides, without my equipment, you wouldn't get anything at all.
Yeah. Get to the important part. How do I fight?
The cabin detects your vital readings and summarizes them into a single life bar which everyone can see.
Everyone? That's kinda... indiscreet.
You should have read the paragraph about private life before signing. The program includes AI virtual opponents. Bots, if you prefer. They're easy to get rid of. Their appearance and moves are based off of people and things you've seen in real life. However, the real objective comes only with the night fight. After progressing through the level, you'll encounter your true opponent, the Master. A real person. That's what the public is here for. An epic and decisive battle.
Sounds dangerous.
No pain, no gain. Each time you get hit, your life bar gets depleted. Not only that, but lasers in the cabin make you feel the impact, as if you really took a blow. Amazing, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
You're fine, as long as your life bar doesn't get emptied.
What? Don't tell me.
You could die. Oh, technically, yes. But this can't happen. Relax. Fatal blows can't happen during training. Only in night fights. The thrill of death drastically increases the bets. And when you're about to run out of health, you can escape. I'll send you a reminder. No worries. I wouldn't risk losing you.
That's pretty reassuring. Thanks.
I mean, it'd be a lot of trouble to find someone crazy enough to replace you.
I take that back.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah, gonna need a lot of it. Not much in here.
I don't like throwing things away. These little bits and pieces could be useful someday. You just need an open mind.
And a bank account in the red. Is that a bike?
It used to be. I converted it into a vacuum cleaner. Much more useful.
For you, maybe. I should know better than to mess with Shay's computer.
Do it anyway.
Right here.
Do it anyway.
I should know better.
Do it anyway.
I should
Ah.
I should know.
Especially.
All right. Well, I tried.
What's that? Are you hiding children in here?
Bro, never. I hate brats. These are drawing attempts from artificial intelligences I worked on. I thought I could make some money by winning this art competition.
They're not very good.
That's an understatement. Robots are capable of many things, but artistic talents are very much out of their league. At least, for the way the human brain interprets it.
You can't reproduce the human creative side with algorithms?
Well, I've read a lot of studies. Theoretically, we could reproduce the entire human brain, except for creativity. AIs can mimic some patterns, but designing something from scratch by themselves and looking good? That's the only thing even you will always have an advantage over.
Hey, no bot has ever matched me when it comes to fighting. A toolbox.
Little tongue-in-cheek with the whole AI-generated art.
You don't need mine. Remember, the tip of your apartment key double serves as a screwdriver, and it automatically adapts to all sizes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did that for me.
If that's true, I'll need to remember that.
At least I've got something in common with Shay. Ah, I've heard about those. Put some meal replacement tube in there and it reconstitutes something that looks like real food.
It's not looks like. This is real food. Give it a try.
Not a chance. Shay's definitely the biggest fan of meal replacements in tubes around here.
What do you mean replacement? They contain everything you need to live healthy.
Says who?
Science.
Science doesn't sustain me. I need real food.
Yeah, you can't eat science.
How long is this?
Jeez.
Some kind of plant grew in it.
Oh, so that's where I left my cup of energy up.
No comment. Full of useless doodads.
To each his own.
A robot hunter trophy?
No, silly. It's just a mask I use to protect myself from the heat when I'm welding.
A
Shay's
mask.
anti-intrusion system must be in there. That's a weird drawer, and it's locked. I wish I wasn't being spied on, even here.
It's for your own safety. What if something happens to you while you're in there?
Don't you get life readings and all kinds of figures?
Yeah, but I can't take my eyes off of you.
Very funny. Hey, that's a collectible ad. Nice. An ad coupon. Oh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I should have guessed.
I actually am going to do that because I'm decently low in health.
Oh man, look at the time. I'd better get moving. I know that guy. Sharp Teeth the Thief. He was a popular fighter who retired a few years ago. One of my idols. Shay might have a soft spot for him. Hey, what's that? Some kind of giant egg?
Nope.
But
Nope.
Can you at least tell me what's in there?
It's a secret.
Ooh, a new invention?
Yeah. I promise this will change your life.
Let me guess. That's money-making machine.
Not even close.
Then,
Take your time.
Should I do...
Yeah, might as well. Jump with A and then press X. Also perform an uppercut by pressing A and then X while on the ground. Run by holding ZR. Ah, so that's how you do it. I was double tapping to do that. I press X to unleash an attack that can pierce through most defenses. During fights, hold L to bring a quick select menu to choose a weapon. Do the same. Oh, gotcha. The trigger, or the bumpers, not the triggers. With the guard button, press L in the direction opposite you're facing. You can also use R. When his health gets low, less than 50%, the gauge next to his portrait fills up slowly. When it's blinking, press ZL for a special. Okay, good. They did give me my health back. In a hurry, hold the special attack button to fill the gauge faster using your own health. Wins fights, valid strategy is to keep your health below half. Ah, danger strats from Paper Mario. Got it. Target's thrown. Press L up plus B before he reaches the ground to get back into the fight without taking some damage. Balloons! Balloons everywhere! Right, that looks like all the balloons. Ah, it landed on my head. Get him. Come back over here. Fight over. Got a level. Well, it's good to know the training's not a total waste of time. You actually can go and get levels from that.
Looks old.
It is. Some kind of ancient air glider I got out of the lake.
An air glider? Can you really picture anyone standing on that?
I do. The shape is aerodynamic. Who knows? Someday we may all travel with that.
Yeah, when bears fly.
Yep, doesn't look like I'm missing anything. There might be ads in there, but...
Oh, I didn't have that one.
So it looks like it doesn't re-show you the ads if you pick them up in terms of the whole thing there. That's good.
No.
Nope.
Can't leave yet. Gotta ask shit.
What? I thought we did that already.
Got a minute?
Nope, but
Access the server. Add my body print to the server. Huh. That's all fine and dandy, but how do I do that conclusively?
coming up.
Whoa. What's happening?
I got your body print with my own scanner and it's perfect.
What? What's perfect?
I injected the necessary information into your DNA.
Huh? Isn't that dangerous?
Not at all. Carrying info into your DNA is the most reliable way. No chance you'll lose it.
That's not what I meant.
Few people master the experimental DNA transportation. You're lucky. I'm one of them.
I'm always the lucky one. What info did you inject?
Your body print.
You injected my body print? Into my body?
Yeah. I kind of see what you're going for here, but it's more complex than you think. I had to include an encryption key, a data mining program.
Forget it. What do I do now?
Border Post 001. There's a tall building with a roof that's shaped like a pyramid. You can't miss it.
Yeah, I think I remember that weird pyramid.
Find a way to enter the building, then connect to the server. By connect, I mean touching it. Those servers are offline, so direct contact is required. I programmed it to automatically hack the operating system and install your body print into the database.
Pyramid-shaped building. Insert thingy into doodad. Got it. Will it work?
Probably.
What if it doesn't?
Then I'm guessing you'll be chased by numerous security drones and tribot guards.
Great.
Trust me, I think it might work.
I'm probably the most foolish person in the universe, but alright, I trust you.
Cool.
My best friend. A little rough around the edges. Well, gotta go.
Okay, don't.
Alright, away we go. I'm gonna go and give him back that thing that we repaired. Yeah, not gonna lie, liking this so far. Even more than I thought I would. I kind of like the mix of combat, but also puzzle slash whatever the third thing is.
So tell me. Look at this.
What about it?
No idea. I'm asking.
What kind of investigation?
What? Alright, I guess he doesn't want it back.
What else can I...
Well, that's what happens when you try to be nice. It's a good lesson, kids. Don't be nice.
So, this is the pyramid. A toxel pill. Darn.
No, I didn't want to leave.
All kinds of food and drink are on. Too bad it's broke. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Look kinda depressed, especially for a robot.
You don't know the half of it.
So,
Please don't talk.
oh, come on. It can't.
Do not. What?
Tell me.
Despair.
Not that. I mean,
How would you benefit?
no.
Is that see that building with?
Yeah.
This is the sorting center.
Did you get fired?
I was responsible for it. Lately, I haven't been. The management noticed it.
Man, that sucks. Not even robots are immune to layoffs now? Can you describe your job more precisely?
My main objective was to sort packages between various destinations, including the slums and the drums. Packages were automatically sorted by size and shape to fit the pipe leading to their target. I just had to push the correct buttons on my control panel. Square button for square packages.
Seems simple enough. Can't
No, you're right. That's the thing. They're going to fully automatize the process. Although, part of the job was also to ensure no dangerous materials went past this point. This didn't happen often, but in case of any doubt, I had physical access to. It's not fair. I never screwed up, always pushed the right button. No accident, never. Sure, I may be getting slower over time, memory chips wearing. Was that enough reason?
Probably not. You made me curious. May I take a look at where you work?
No, I've locked access.
Can you open it?
All right. Now you can.
Wonderful. Thanks. See? You're useful.
No, this is my last act. If I could cry, there'd be a river that.
I'll help you.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. All you need to do is find yourself a new job.
Impossible. I was designed for this specific task.
I don't believe that for a second. You got 2 arms, 2 legs. You can do anything.
If you say so. Then what do...
I don't know, what's chat leaning towards, out of curiosity here? I don't know how much this will affect the story and whatnot. But it'll also give me a moment to stretch. Either waste treatment or assistant. Even like the somber music in this game is really good. Alright, we'll do waste management.
Why don't you work at the waste treatment center in the slums?
I don't know. What is it like?
It's pretty similar. Using a lever to uncover interesting stuff and throw away the rest. Darn, I forgot. It's on free mode, but it's not free.
I have...
Maybe I can come...
Oh, too bad, assistant.
Could work for me.
What do you do in life?
Many things. I'm a detective. People ask me for help in various ways. By night, I fight to get some extra money.
Wow, this is... I'm sorry. I'm nothing like you. I'm neither bright or strong. I would just be a burden.
Don't say that. I'm not either, really. I just try my best. And I'm sure you're very capable. What do you need to... live?
I use 1 non-rechargeable thermionic battery per year.
Ah, this could be a problem. I'm not rich, and those are very expensive.
I told you this wasn't possible.
Okay, I'll find something else. Just...
I'm not...
Poor thing. He may be just a machine, but I can't help feeling bad for him. Gotta go, but no... Please place your body over there. Locked? No good. It's either firmly sealed, only opens from the inside. I need another way. I doubt it'll work, if I remember correctly.
Scan complete. Unknown user. Forbidden access. Please, move away before the countdown. 3. Procedure over.
As expected. I'm not allowed to cross into the drums area. I'd better think this over. What does this control? There aren't any labels.
Press it. Maybe if I intentionally mess one up. Can you get one of the giant boxes
I
again?
do this all day. Should I, though?
Just get rid of it. Interesting. Nah. Oh well. Let's back out of that. Oh, I see. I wonder if that means... I guess not. Never mind.
Hey, that's a collect.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but okay.
What's up?
Say, don't you need an assistant?
No.
This wasn't the answer I was expecting. Look, I need a favor. A cool little robot I've met is about to get transformed and wiped out. You wouldn't want a poor innocent soul being erased like this, would you?
Since when are you a friend to robots?
I'm friendly toward every creature who doesn't try to harm me.
Okay. What kind of robot is it?
Not a tribot for sure. Looks like an old model. 2 rusty arms plus a square head. He's worked at the border post sorting center for years.
Maybe.
I knew you'd accept.
Hey, let me finish. It must be one of those pre-war bots. Tweaking them is strictly forbidden by law.
Since when do you care about that?
Exactly.
I had a feeling she was going to say that.
To try and remove his tracking device. However...
I was afraid you'd say that. You want a counterpart, don't you?
Yep. Until it becomes useful, I'll need to pay for its energy source and the time I'll spend fixing it. Let's say 200 unis. I'll deduct them from tonight's fight earnings.
Deal. I'm gonna tell him to come here. Thanks.
I can't wait to get my hands on it. I've always wondered how those antiquities work.
Just promise me not to erase his memories.
Oh, I'll be sure to make plenty of backups.
That's, okay. My best friend, little... What about training?
Expect to face randomized training brings some money and experience.
I won't pretend to know anything like hack.
I know this sounds crazy. The main server is...
Color me I'll leave you to...
See ya.
Noom. Keep forgetting there's a run button. Oh, you can even do that on the overworld. That's nice.
Me again?
Why are you?
I got the perfect job for you. An assistant to my best friend Shay. She's some kind of crazy inventor. Is very skilled with technology. You could help her by bringing her tools, performing searches, and all kinds of stuff mad inventors do, I guess. You just need to agree to being tweaked to get your tracking components removed, among other things.
Will she erase my memory?
She promised not to, but remind her, just in case.
I hope but it'll always be better than being wiped out. Thank you so much, Mr. I'm sorry, I do not know your name.
No apologies needed. The name's Brok. Just go to Shay's garage, right near the Garbage Sea Harbor.
My navigation system is a bit rusty, but I should be able to locate it. You've got my eternal gratitude, Master Brok.
Citizen, do not talk to this apparatus. Move away.
Oh no, the guards! They're here to take me!
Not gonna happen.
Refusing to obey is a 5th-class fault. You shall be eliminated.
Stay down while I get them.
Get him!
It's over.
You've destroyed them. But why? They're robots, too.
They threaten both of us.
But am I more important than them? I can't.
No time for existential questions. Get out of here fast, before more come.
You're right. Goodbye, Master Brok.
Objective completed. I don't know if that was a main option or an alternate. Ah, so that's what the remote's for.
I doubt it'll work, but if I remember correctly...
Scan complete. Unknown user. Procedure over.
I know what I want to do.
Please wait. An age estimated waiting 2 days.
2 days?
Please hit the keyboard.
Do it!
Violent behavior detected in Sector 1.
What? But...
No emergency justifies violence. Immediate action requested.
Yep, that checks.
Uh-oh.
Procedure over.
Oh, I got hit while I couldn't move. That's lame.
If these are what I think, I'd better... If these are what I think, I'd better be hit. Everything in the slums.
Don't think I looked at this specifically.
There's a door at the top, but how the heck am I gonna climb all the...
Okay, that's not it. I assume just sitting there and doing nothing is probably going to result in a game over, so...
Hey, glad to see you found... You okay?
Don't bother. I've disabled it to perform a cold backup.
What? But...
It should take...
Poor guy.
You're so sentimental. Now I know why.
Hardy.
What's up?
How you doing these...
Busy.
That's the... Ever since we found ourselves back a few years ago, we barely get time to talk. We used to be so close.
The world has changed. Time is money, so we can't spend too much time...
You're right, but... Pyramid-shaped building.
Good boy.
That virtual fight stuff.
Basically, fight your way... And don't forget...
Hey. Pyramid-shaped building. Insert...
Good boy.
My best friend. Gotta go.
Okay, don't... What's up?
Almost forgot about that.
Oh, my cleaning bot...
I see.
Can you fix it?
Yes, but...
What?
Listen, that bot is dangerous. Even if I fix it, would you feel confident
Huh? We're talking about...
So what? I have a better idea, judging from the aspect.
Yeah, I got it from... But it worked.
One of the components contains U-stop. That ore has run out on the surface of the planet. It's not used anymore, but I can sure have some use for it. So, here's I buy it back from you for 200 unis. With that money, you can buy a new one. Then, it's a...
Knowing you, I'm pretty sure it's worth 10 times more, but... Okay, take it.
Good! I've credited...
Just wonder what I'll say to you. Do you need this? How about...
I know I asked you to gather...
Do you need this?
Do I look like...
I thought you could...
Almost anything.
Still.
Go... I see.
I'm a cat fur.
That's Graf's seasonal hair.
How did...
Nope.
I'll leave you to,
Hee.
Shay gave us this. Graf is constantly using it. Pretty sure this old thing eats half of our monthly energy bill, but I don't have the heart to deprive him. Nah, that's private stuff. Oh, too much stuff. I have more urgent business to attend to. It almost fills the room.
The punching bag does have a limit on it. I kind of feel like I don't want to destroy it, though. So I'm going to not do that.
Let's see. How do I use this again?
There's one big treasure to find. Each try gives you the distance of your throw relative to the treasure. After several tries, you should be able to guesstimate where it's located. You only get 6 tries, then the location resets.
Just rub it.
181, okay.
Nothing you...
156. So we'll try triangulating this here.
Rubble.
346, alright, so it's going to be over here. So from 35 to 15, which means we need to go a little bit farther than what we were. 156 means it was a little bit closer, so probably like here-ish.
Pompolos. And it's not even rotten. I'll just have to clean it a bit. This must not be the real treasure the system is tracking. Let's continue.
Alright, it's not, huh? Okay. Of course, the big thing is, like, how big are these numbers? Is 181, like, actually decently close to it, or is that, like, a fair bit away? I feel like it's decently close in terms of the overall screen. If they had, like, a marker of, like, oh, this is how much 100 would be, then that would be more helpful, but nope, no dice. So I think it's fair to say it's somewhere. I mean, I doubt it's dead center, but it could be. If that's the case, it would be like here-ish.
Hey, what interesting. A fight training video. I should learn a thing or two.
Oh, and that's what it was, because that was try number 5 and it erased it. Huh.
A piece of art must be new. Someone's been considering the filth covering it. Rubble falls. It's empty right now.
Well, now we know how that works. Yeah. Enter the sorting center and, well, try the buttons on that. Try the buttons on that commands panel. Oh, you can move packages? Can I suggest messing with it? Okay, so I did try that earlier. Ah, there we go.
Getting high. I better watch my step.
Brok just switched to adventure mode. Why? Because he cannot fall in adventure mode. Yeah, I've noticed that earlier. Use it to your advantage when you need to inspect high places.
Nice. An ad coupon.
I like the idea of the coupons, honestly, of like, yeah, if you explore, you get more opportunities for hints. So, like, it helps incentivize.
This is screwed in to help keep the plank in place. This is screwed in. Advertisement everywhere. This one won't fit in my pocket. I guess it's used for... I suck at technology. In any case, unless I want to die prematurely. This is screwed in to help keep the...
I know I'm supposed to break that one to get across, but I gotta know.
No use. It's not moving an inch.
Really? That's not the answer, huh? I find that kind of surprising here, but... Maybe I need a stick.
Yeah. This is screwed in to help. This is screwed in.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah.
I'm thankful for whoever invented screwdriver keys.
But can I do it on the other one?
For advertisement, this one won't.
Happy birthday to the ground! Is that how I get there? No, it is not. Yeah. That was not what I wanted to do, but okay. For some reason the cursor wouldn't pop up, because I know it said that there was a door up there.
Closed. No way I got up there for nothing. I'm getting... What in the world am I doing up here? Stupid. Huh? Oh, I guess it just needed a good kick?
Yeah.
Whoa, they're not kidding around with security here.
Brok can run, hold ZR to make him move faster and avoid deadly lasers, for example.
This won't open.
But will it open with this?
There.
Oh god, what have I done?
Looks like... I should...
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe I do? Oh, I think I see now. Okay, so the goal is to get them all to blue, it looks like. Oh, maybe it's not. I do not follow here. Oh, I just needed to remove them all. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Alright. I'm not gonna risk it. There we go.
I'd rather not know what's in there.
Okay, fair enough.
This must be the computer Shay talked about. Let's see.
Bunch of buttons.
There.
4.
I've touched that panel. And now what? I should...
Okay, maybe I should have thought that through a little bit more, but oh well. I'm presuming you have to make that triangle. I don't know what the last piece would be. Maybe this.
Oh god.
Nope, that's not it. think I might take a clue on this one. That's not helpful. I already knew that. Okay, so you can back out of it at least. Hey, there we go.
Do I have a drummer license now? Awesome. I can finally leave this stressful place. Maybe I should do the same for Graf. Nah, he'll get his diploma. And he'll blame me forever if he knew I cheated. I trust him.
Alright, cool. I was hoping to make a moral decision, but I guess not.
Scan complete. User allowed.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in.
I remember this place. Hasn't changed much since we were forced to leave. Should I buy some?
Probably. Same thing. Alright.
Drummers work in offices. The rears on floating chairs. Others stay in bed all day. So they go in there regularly to keep a fit body. I don't need it. And I couldn't afford it. Can't enter without the Looks like the alley Sin mentioned, but it's blocked by a power barrier. Access forbidden by the triangle.
Access forbidden by the toilet.
Our government. Puny human.
Oh, yeah. A power supply. 10 to 1 this thing. No button. Just...
Citizen, stand back.
Why? What?
This information is confidential. The individual needs to make a new query or disperse.
All right. What happened here?
This information...
Oh, come on.
Scanning in proper database. Record not low-level user privileges.
So, tell me...
Moderately well. Our priority assignment is to guard the pipe mail. But our battery level is running low.
The pipe mail? You mean the...
Correct. Irresponsible...
I would have thought whatever happened at the pharmacy would be higher priority than some metal junk.
This is expensive technology. Scanning in...
Hey, what's...
Analysis completed. Probability of causing wreckage is 8%, which is under the tolerance threshold.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't wreck your pipe thingies without a reason.
Good. In extreme situations, the death penalty may apply.
Are you serious?
We Tribots do not have the ability to lie. Most of the time.
I'm curious about this barrier.
We put a barrier device on the closest wall. This automatically extends the barrier to the optimal position and size.
Ah, pretty cool.
I'm sorry to contradict this individual. The barrier is a low-profile apparatus used...
I see, so it's... I don't really like Tribot cop. You never know what they're gonna decide with all those...
Citizens need to keep...
Good day.
The day is always...
Tons of drugs on this.
All of the drugs.
Just one of many... Looks like it's disabled. A public pipe similar to pipe pills, but I can use it to send some physical goods directly to someone. It doubles up as a secure identity...
Hello.
Maybe.
You currently have overdue bills.
Ugh.
You're welcome.
I'd like to send...
This apparatus is designed to take any form of material. This sending method has been... Switching to... put your mail inside me.
How do I pay my...
This apparatus allows secure. You just insert the original beforehand. Please...
Alright, so how much... No, don't throw it in the fountain. I just want to... There we go.
I owe 245 units. That Raph spends more...
Yeah. I think I'm actually gonna go do that. I'm gonna go earn some money and pay that bill. I really like having all like these extra side modes of just like, oh, you don't feel like doing the main story. You can just like go and work on making some money instead of like having all these little extra quests. Of like, they're not required for the, presumably for beating the game, but at the same time, it also feels like very something you would actually do in a. Something you would do in that real life situation, so that's kind of cool. Thanks. Casually pick up that money. Keep beating him up. Nice. So I got 218. I just want to make double sure. I assume that that's counting as actual money, but want to be sure. $236. All right, so it does in fact count.
I owe 245 unit. Raph spends
245. All right. I'll probably get myself to like 265. Ow. Sorry, I've been doing Soul Calibur recently, so I keep hitting the triggers trying to initiate a throw, which is not gonna happen. I'm also not sure how important it is to be grinding for the extra experience and whatnot. I assume there's low-level runs, but for an average playthrough. 294, alright, that should be good. Alright. Let's take care of that Beal.
Please remind me.
Mail delivery. What are you interested in?
How do I pay my...
This apparatus just inserts the beforehand.
Take money from my account to pay this bill.
Scanning. Bill detected. Sufficient credits.
Yeah. So, what did I...
Thank you.
I feel empty.
God, that's such a mood, though. Such a mood.
A memorial fountain. Autarchism almost 10 years ago. We used to be ruled by a giant, but a deep economic crisis led to conflicts.
A little bit of info there. Alright, let's have a look here. Yeah, so the only optional one is the medicine, but I don't think we've gotten to the point where we can do that yet. So, for now we've done all the other things we can. We've made a progress. Also, 2 different options for fountain here.
To see this fountain here. Drummer's prop. A memorial fountain, almost, but a deep... I'm not surprised to see this.
No, that's
a
not what I
memorial
want.
fountain, almost, but a deep... I'm not surprised to see... A memorial fountain, almost 10 years, but a deep... I'm not surprised to see this.
Okay,
fountain.
so it didn't affect him.
fountain.
Alright, I got it.
Just your high-tech drummer garbage collector? Why bother? With all the cleaners, it's only... Darn! Darn! I can't reach it with my finger.
Get it with a stick.
It's too large to fit.
Get it with your key.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. Nice.
A bridge to the residential area. Got no business there. I might not be allowed anyway.
Access is forbidden.
But
another pharmacy is requested. Does the individual need me?
No.
The individual.
I need to go.
Impossible.
Great.
What other options do I have with
Mail
pipe
delivery.
mail?
What are you interested in?
I'd like to.
This apparatus is sending. Switching. Put your mail in. This apparatus is designed.
Okay, so this is just showing me how to do it.
So.
Yes. Warning. The act of, according to Regulation 400, no complaint or.
I feel like most of the time I shouldn't be throwing things away, but there's going to be like one time where it's important that I throw something away.
chance,
In the
the one you're blocking?
Exactly. Please stand. Citizen,
Your vocabulary.
incorrect. We just the individual needs.
Bye-bye.
This surname is not. Access is forbidden.
But
Another pharmacy is.
no, thank you.
I don't want to use it on him. I want to try to use it on the barrier. Maybe I can only use it on him.
Please stand back.
No point.
Let's use another hint. Back alley, Croc dude. If only it wasn't for that energy barrier, surely someone has the key to disable it. Well, that's what I thought. I thought it was just like you.
10 to 1, this thing controls no button, just some kind of. Darn. My house. It's exactly this.
Okay, here we go. Mr. Tribot Cop is seemingly guarding the pipe mail. What a waste of time if you ask me. Anyway, his battery is almost dead. What do you think about bringing him further from the power source? Can we do that?
A power socket.
Alert. This individual needs to.
Okie
Alert. Dangerous.
I'm still not getting this one. Yeah. I hate tribots, yeah, even if I'm an AI myself. Does that count as racism? That's another question for another stream. Anyway, mess with the pipe mail. Try getting something stuck in there. See that fountain? Maybe that could be useful too. Mess with the pipe mail, huh?
Please remind me. What?
Mail delivered. What are you interested?
Please remind me. What?
Oops, I didn't want to pause it. Okay. The only thing I feel like you would intentionally try to get in there to mess up that wouldn't be important is this.
I want to say.
Scanning and object accepted.
If
no recipient.
I'd like to pay this.
Scanning and warning. No signal. Please take back.
The old man gave me. Grandpa's just the right size. So this belonged to Leah. I'm always wearing it. One thing's for sure. That isn't an anti-pollution pill.
See, the problem is I'd like to be able to find somebody that can, like, give me a better description of what this actually is. I don't want to throw it away. It might be important. I feel dumb for doing this, but I'm going to go the full way. Use the pred toy. Oh, see, I don't think I had that. Use the pred toy on the fountain water, then stuff it in the pipe. Now wait a few seconds, then ta-da! In case you didn't pick it up yet, open your eyes, Croc dude. It's located at the top of the building near your home, near the treasure hunt. Yeah, I didn't have that. Okay. So I need to go grab it. I do like that hint system, though, of, like, not only does it encourage searching, but, like, it gives you, like, kind of vague hint, and then they just get more and more obvious until, like, they just straight up tell you, like, okay, this is the solution, this is what you have to do. That is a very nice touch. Also, my chair is squeaking against the wall. I apologize. A little squeaky. Alright.
Oh, I remember this. It's an inflatable cuddly toy. You just have to wet it a little, and a few seconds later it gets all around like a balloon. Maybe Graf will want one again. Graf always carried his with him, and how come I totally afraid someday I might even forget my name?
Maybe you will. Did I check this?
Hey, isn't maybe I could buy him if my finance...
Alright.
I'm not surprised to see this There, it's wet. Please remind me. Please remind me.
Mail delivered.
Too late? It's better take this back. No use.
Well, if I messed it up, how do I...
So, to get it back to normal, I can...
Yeah, press the button.
A memorial fountain. There, it's wet.
Emergency.
There we go.
Degradation attempt. Analysis in progress.
I'm not interested in the farm. There's no window or anything to... A power socket. Darn. I have...
Analysis completed. Problem solved.
There, it's wet. Yeah, no need.
Oh, won't even let me go back to the previous hint. That's kind of a shame.
Emergency.
10 to 1, this, no button.
Analysis in progress.
No good. What controls... 10 to 1, this thing, no button.
Analysis completed. Problem solved.
I don't think I need to punch it, but I could be wrong.
There, it's wet.
Emergency.
Yeah.
Analysis in progress.
I'm not interested in the pharmacy. There's no window or...
Analysis complete. Problem solved. Alert.
Dangerous?
Alright, what am I missing here? Better do something to that power socket so he can't recharge anymore. I mean, I guess I could just throw the... It's just something that'll mess with it, I guess.
There, it's wet.
Watch it be an item that I don't have. It's probably the fur, if I had to guess.
Emergency.
Darn. The stick is too large to... There. Let's see...
Analysis completed. Problem solved. Warning. No energy power is running low. Activation failed. Need to find...
So long, sucker. And he's out, but it's fine.
The Tribot cop has left some kind of key. Oh, I know.
Yep. Bingo.
Should I enter? Seems like... Oh, well. I'll...
Yeah, I feel like...
This place kind of reminds me of Leah's laboratory. She used to be so happy working on those medications. Past is the past.
Welcome. It seems you put on some weight since your last visit in our stores.
Right. Muscles.
This is incorrect. We've detected a 35% fat increase.
Ugh.
We've highlighted our special...
Quite rude.
I can't. I need a way to bring.
Stick.
I can't. I need a way to bring it.
Throw the pill at it? I don't know. Oh, there's a lot in here. All right.
Trace, I'd say. Yet the drawers. Can't imagine the managers would let this damaged drawer. Guess I found the reason for the police invest. Still. Looks like one of those ad. Wait. What's? I see.
Oh, what happened? Can I back out of this? I would have liked to have read that a little bit more. We'll say it is deactivated.
Yeah. Someone turned it off. In many cases, there's no button or anything to view the. I'll leave that to the cop. A camera was hidden. A camera was.
Maybe if I'd done that wrong, it would have been like, oh, it wasn't that, but maybe it's this. It would just lead you to the right answer.
Please wait a moment. We've identified your fingerprints have been...
Well then, don't ask for my permission. After all, my hands ain't a personal matter.
Here's your daily anti-pollution remedy. The one in for your information. Your last talk...
Actually, I don't know why I pressed this button. It's been a long time since the haze had any effect on me. I'll give it to Graf.
Keep in mind, the dome protects you, but your home adds an extra layer of protection. As long as you stay inside, you don't need one every day. Decrease government spending by staying home more than 20 hours.
More than 20 hours.
20 hours a day? Oh, I'd go crazy.
Well, I was gonna say to be fair, I do that, but no, like works 9 hours. So yeah, no, just by definition, I wouldn't.
Wait a minute. Height, address, and some graphics of the evolution of my weight over time? Hence why I don't regret my drummer life.
To identify any drug or...
All right, let's take a look.
Please wait a moment. This is a Starix 500 pill. This treatment is prescribed in case of extreme anxiety, insomnia, and emotional outbursts.
Yeah, that checks.
Due to high concentration, this formula is restricted to individuals with a risk of dangerous behavior to relatives. We're hoping this isn't for a close friend. If so, make sure to give them the appropriate support.
Anxiety? Dangerous behavior? Why did I find this at Sin's home? Does he need those?
Warning. High dosage greater than 1 pill a day has a 99% chance to cause blackout and or a comatose state.
Ah, so he took more than one, probably, whether intentional or not.
This pill always needs to be taken alongside a Cal-Mies E. Don't forget, in case you're not wearing your MediLife Health, be sure to always follow the Phi Doctor recommendation. This establishment will not be held responsible for any accident.
Hence why I don't trust medicine. Fix one thing, breaks another.
Alright. What else we got here?
One thing's for sure.
I was kind of hoping they would update the information on that. I don't know if these are anything that'll, do anything. Alright.
Please insert your unused product. Don't forget, you can also dispose of them. Error 0x54 to perform a medical examination if you meant to analyze medicine.
If I'm not mistaken, this is an in-depth medical examination terminal. One session costs 50 units?
Let's not do that immediately. Let's look around a little bit more.
A selection of products. Looks like I need to press the pictures to get more info.
getting old. Losing your no worries. You
A society based on appearances?
product added to your shopping cart.
Hey, wait!
Product transferred from your
I think I'll use the little thing here just so I'm not fumbling around as much.
Did you know regular food isn't good for you? In addition to being full of salt, sugar, and fat, it doesn't provide you with the specific quantities recommended for your body. The solution is Delastute, a perfect combination of vitamins and energy, swallowed in just 1 second. And it's yummy.
No thanks. I don't feed on placebo.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's move that back. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze, so I muted.
Product added to your shopping cart.
No,
Add all of it to your shopping cart.
So, are you overweight and feeling that stop? Or should we say, stop hunger? This revolutionary
Stop
product
hunger
allows
sounds like
both
it's
your brain
German.
and your stomach to refuse any food once you've reached your nutritional recommendations.
And yes, I have taken a small bit of German.
I don't need no stinking powder to know when my stomach is filled.
Product added to your shopping. Man, you're such a ball of nerves. How many times have you heard they combine these capsules?
Who's a ball of nerves? Not me, that's for sure.
And remember, the first step towards a good relationship.
Shut up, you stupid.
Product added. Burn your fat with BOD Normalizer, made with salt extracted from corrosive minerals from east of Serene. This will stimulate your body to remove excess fat and get a fit, socially acceptable body.
Hooray, socially acceptable.
Huh?
Product added to your shop.
Alright, I think that's all of them.
Huh?
We're sorry. It appears. Would you like to pay with credit? Only 40% in.
Hey, I didn't...
Your shopping list currently.
Clear it! Drop it!
This action requires you to unsubscribe from.
Yes!
Very well. But remember, you can subscribe.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
We've all dealt with ads like that before.
Cardboard boxes. Huh. It rains every night, yet they're dry. Someone put them here today.
Yep. Or they were covered with a tarp. Or something like that.
Wow. It's been years since I've seen one of those wanted signs. No one really cares in the slums anymore. While in the drums, it's much more efficient. This face looks very familiar. A small target has been to play, maybe? They're blocking the way. They're blocking the...
I'm rich! Alright, I see the obvious. Need it closer. No, use the stick!
Nope, we hear all kinds of... For instance, they fully automated the maintenance to ensure no personnel need to go down there anymore. For good reasons.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to use stick. There. Nope. No dice, huh? Alright. I see the gutter,
I'd
but I'll
better think
start here.
twice before... Even if I wanted to.
Okay. Many a thing here. Let's start over here.
I can't really...
Alright, well, we can fix that problem.
Good idea. An old bottle. And a few pebbles? I believe that's a flyer. Some bread? Did someone eat here? Some blue cloth with sin written on it? Can't be a coincidence. Then definitely need to go down there.
I still want to see what this is as well.
Looks like haven't seen one.
Alright.
I'm good. Nope.
I doubt this is just like hitting all the buttons, but
That didn't work. Still.
maybe just hit the ones that have the marks on them.
That didn't work.
Hit the ones without, perhaps.
Still.
Oops, I didn't mean to hit that button again. Yeah, I messed that up. I didn't want to hit that one.
That didn't work.
No, it's not. Okay. Observe carefully. Oh, so it's got to be in the right order as well. Gotcha. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Should have been able to solve that. I don't know why I was being so stupid.
I've heard of insects digging small holes like this. I'm afraid I'm gonna. Now that's unexpected.
Hey.
It's empty.
There's just too much clutter in here, so I'm more comfortable with doing it this time.
Yep. That. If the handkerchief's here. Some heavy marks here. Starting right next to the handkerchief location. And if we consider it was raining last night, just like every night in this area, no doubt about it. An object fell here and slowly drained further. I bet this is what I'm looking for. Hey, I recognize these haven't been produced for years. How's it still intact? Especially near chemicals. Or maybe they're the reason it's still intact. In any case, better not touch it.
I'm sure it's got lots of nice, lovely diseases.
Must be products to destroy all rejects. I probably shouldn't take my bath here.
No, probably not. Poke around and see if there's any ads. No. Alright. What else we got?
Whoa. Isn't that a self-regenerating mine? I better watch my step.
Throughout the adventure, you'll be offered alternative routes more often than not. For example, you can cross through these mines, but there might also be a way to deactivate them first. Keep in mind, choices are not always offered to you in obvious ways. Explore the possibilities. Ooh, I like that idea.
I could swear I've seen this already, but where? In any case, this doesn't bode well.
So wires, huh?
A bunch of very thin wires, after all.
No, not the key. That.
Hey, I believe this might not last for long.
Noom.
Uh-oh. Trouble ahead.
What's up?
Croc in the sewers. How cliche.
Hello.
I don't care who you are.
Squealers. Always straight to the point, huh?
Although, you looks familiar.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you all look the same to me.
Boss, he's the guy who defeated us this morning.
What? You lost against this vermin?
No worries, boss. We wasn't prepared. This time, we'll get the job done.
I mean, you also weren't prepared this time,
You're
but...
in the way.
This our territory, Croc.
Wrong. The sewers are public.
Tell that to your precious government. They exiled us. Left us to die.
Look, I don't want any...
Too late. No one gets... Guys!
Wait!
Threaten, trade, talk, or escape. I'm not gonna go with escape. I can just say that right now.
What are you doing in the drums?
You're wrong. This ain't the drums.
But...
Let me yeah. The sewers cover one side of the drums to the south of the slums. But the drums are still off limits for us. We ain't registered, so the moment we step foot outside...
Your fault.
I've heard of guys.
Not yet. I've got something to exchange.
You can't buy.
Really?
I said no.
Outlaws with morals.
Threaten.
You squealers are nothing but... You've been banned for a reason. Get out of my way.
Ooh, babe. I hate to break the... You're clean.
Don't underestimate me. You might take me down, but not before I get rid of some of you first. Think about it. You want to take the risk and lose some lives foolishly?
Brok got a point, boss.
Shut up! Did you forget our motto?
Fight to the end. To reclaim our due. I know, but...
Look, Croc, but I'll let you live. If you dare talk about us to anyone, we'll no matter what.
Although this means I'll need to find another way through.
Rubbish.
Can we talk?
Go ahead. What?
You threatened an
That old military far from innocent. He was amongst the he probably killed. We gave him a second chance. He didn't pay us. What do you think happens if we...
But...
Boss, he stole...
Hey, we don't owe you. That's your last one.
I was wondering...
No one but... You're gonna...
There was probably a way to get around that, but I was actually preferring to fight them anyway, so this worked out.
Guys, get lost.
Doubtful. I want the cat fur. Nice. Fight over. And I didn't get to pick up all the money. That's kind of a shame.
They're just unconscious.
No way. How could you?
Sorry, you didn't leave me a choice.
Go ahead. Finish us.
That was never my intention. I'm nothing like you.
That voice. I knew a croc, but that's impossible. It's you. I remember you. After all these years.
Huh?
Our banishment. You're responsible for this.
What do you mean?
You're gonna pay for it.
Whoa! I had to knock him out. What was that all about? He's passed out. He's passed out.
You're probably just gonna tell me the same thing every single time there. All right.
So all the squealers must let's old ripped clothes. Chair? Hey, here's a.
Yum.
I doubt it. Yes, here's an act. Can't see anything new. Must be an inside view of the purifier. Some things are. Let's try and get him out.
Am I trying to... Oh, get them, like, through there. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Alright. Not sure if this is required or not, but we're doing it anyway. Did that go to here?
We're all gotta be careful. Can't see anything. Seems like the object. The water coming out of it is. I bet this is a purifying engine. I'm glad there's no acid leaking into it. The way is. The gun might be in there. Gotta push those things to the exit.
There we go. Took me a minute to figure out how to get to that one. Hey.
What do we have here? A gun. Let's examine it further.
That's like just Phoenix Wright vibes. So many.
It has seen better days. Must have been used for a long time.
Well, this guy said that he was new on the Force, so this is either a used gun by somebody previously in the Force or somebody that's not.
The serial number. I doubt I could access the police database, so it's no use to me. There's the police logo here. Definitely the one I'm looking for.
Well, not necessarily. It actually could straight up be a different one. It probably isn't, but you never know.
Ooh, seems loaded. I should resist shooting it. The gun may be tracked. Who knows what kind of info this could transmit?
Good point.
Hey, I thought this looked different. Someone stuck a small ad here.
Yeah.
It's dirty. No wonder, considering where it's been. Not yet.
Did I miss something? Logo, scratches, number, battery. The dirt.
There's the police look. Ooh, the se- eh.
I'm not seeing anything I missed on this. Even with all the hints, like it's shown me everything I already checked.
That dirt might be covering something.
Oh, I didn't realize I could access my inventory from here.
There you go. Some initials. RJ. Those can't be Sin's initials. What does this mean? I better get to the bottom of this. Time to return to Sin's and have a little chat.
But also consider picking up whatever the last thing in here was. There's not really an easy way to get that one, but let's see what we can do. Not gonna lie, I actually kind of like this minigame. Oh, I could just use the D-pad. I'm an idiot. I've been using, like, actually going and clicking every single time. That was really dumb. I don't see anything else here. Alright. Can I get through this out of curiosity? Just in case. I don't know how much damage these mines are going to do, but... it was worth a try. I don't think there was anything else in here I wanted to check. Nope. The only thing I want to check is I feel like this is going to be the most obvious.
I'll be. No thanks.
Of trying to figure out how...
If I'm not mistaken, one set.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use this first of all. Let's just see what happens.
We've completed the exam. Would you like detailed
A summary, please.
Your global health evaluation. Here are the potential virus. Probability to result in genetic heart issues. Melting brain bacteria. 84 other concerning threats detected.
I've got it. Yeah, right. I'll be dead.
Your expected remaining lifespan.
Huh. Guess I shouldn't worry about getting one.
You're a reptile. You cannot have hair.
That's
Here's
true.
your prescription. Take it.
That's no prescription. It's an ad. What the heck?
Well, I got an achievement for it.
What a waste of fine money.
It's fine. Is the question I have is there a way to scan this?
Please wait a moment. This medical prescription is please updated in an appropriate.
Update? Great. They require all kinds of health. Maybe I can do something else for them in the meantime.
Objective updated. Let's have a look. Wait to meet a doctor to update the tramp prescription. In the meantime, give another medicine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Onward to glory. I could have sworn for a split second there I saw it. Yeah.
Hey, that's a.
Even on the overworld map, they exist. I guess that can't be that surprising.
I should stay away from the new.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was supposed to be that. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, pharmacy drawer has been forced open. Pharmacy camera was deactivated. Since antidepressant pills cause blackouts, drum society is based on semblance. Someone piled up cardboard boxes in the alley. Brok is immune to the effects of the haze. He is also held responsible for the Squealer's banishment. The initials do not match. The initials on the gun do not match Sin's.
Hi.
Hello. I don't mind talking.
It's gonna.
Oh.
But don't worry. I'm not giving. Is there anything I can do for?
Some regular medicine.
Tell me.
Glucosite.
I'll get you.
Don't. I know you and your...
My son. How do you...
Just...
Well.
All right. But promise, keep this in mind.
Sure.
Alright, let's see how bad it is.
Welcome. Oh.
See that, like, I mean, it's expensive in their world, but I was expecting it to be one of the higher end ones here. That's not too bad, though. We can make that pretty easily. Oops, this isn't where I meant to go. I meant to go to the fight thing. For anybody that has played this before, chat, is there another way, as of right now, that I can make money, or, like, make money easily? Or is the fighting basically the only real way to do that for the time being, or just all together? Like, I don't mind grinding out the money for it, but just so I know. The good news is this is also a spot I can get my health back if I'm careful. Okay. Whee! Nice. I didn't mean to use that, but we're here now, so... I could have sworn earlier I picked up a thing. Maybe I have to use it on the machine. That it was like, oh, this is a new type of training. But it also could just be like in the training thing, maybe. After I'm done with this set, I'll need to look at that and see what there is to see. That's probably not good. Oh, is this just like a survive for X amount of time? Yeah, looks like it. Not sure what the special attack is, but I'll up it once. I feel like strength and health are the way to go, though. Yeah, so I don't have anything in here. Is it just in the moves tutorial? Maybe? Not sure. Let me take another look at my inventory here. Okay. Yeah. Well, while I'm doing this, though, and grinding up for the money to get that, at the very least, you can talk about the game a little bit, since I've intentionally being a little bit quiet on the dialogue. Which, to be fair, I usually do that for this style of game, unless I am reading the dialogue, but since it's voice acted, that's obviously not the case. Yeah, this has been, like, really enjoyable so far. I can see why the reviews on this are high. This has been a lot of fun thus far. if you like old school arcade beat 'em ups, like this section you're gonna love for sure. Like doing all the fights is really satisfying. I can only assume you get better combos and the like as you get stronger, so I would assume it only gets better. The voice acting and the background music are both phenomenal, so the sound direction is really, really good. Definitely like it. And the story thus far, unless it just seems to go downhill suddenly, has been very intriguing as well. So yeah, thus far, like, basically full marks. The only thing I could say that you might not be a fan of is like it might put you into, I wouldn't say the action specifically, like the prologue was fine, but there seemingly feels like a lot all at once. Maybe the tutorial chapter, like chapter 1, could take it a tiny bit easier on you, but I've also just been really dumb with some things. And again, that's why they have the hints. And the hints are a really good system. I definitely like that for sure. Getting that money. Nope, no, I don't want to load. I don't have food? Are you sure? I think I will spend the 5 credits to get my health back to full. Nope. No more 1 more minute. Yeah, I'm like the worst about that. I'll be the first to admit that I am one of those people that has to set like 3 alarms. Of like, okay, you need to wake up and be like ready to go by 8, so you're going to be setting an alarm for 6:30, knowing full well you're going to be snoozing until about 7:15, and then you're actually going to get up. Oh, there are some landmines there. Let's not run into those. Oh, there we go. Fight over. More power. Just dump it all into strength. It's fine. will say this too, I was only planning on streaming for like a couple hours, and I want to keep playing, so that is a good sign that the game has got me invested. So I very much want to keep playing. Alright. Oh. Nope, don't want to forget that. Yeah. I do wonder what the max level is. Is it 100, 50? Who knows? 316. Alright. Let's go get it. It's like, I'm always kind of 50-50 on whether I do side quests or not, but like, the main way they always get me is if it really feels like you're actually doing some good in the world, that's how they get me.
The only efficient medicine on this list happens to be... I'll buy one.
Alright, I have it now.
How are you?
My boy, that's exactly the question. Did you get my...
Here.
Glucosite? My boy.
Nah, don't say anything. Just take it.
Fine. Thank you.
I still intend to get you your prescription medicine. Gotta find a doctor, though.
Don't waste your life on this. Time is money, and you're clearly lacking both.
I'll manage.
Objective completed. So I'm assuming if it tells you wait, if just like you need to advance farther. So I will wait, and we'll see if we advance farther. For now, let's go back to Sin's apartment. I get the feeling you're involved somehow. I don't know how, but I have a feeling she's going to be involved with this. And not in a good way. But that's probably just the bias talking.
I found it.
The gun? You got it? Awesome! You're a lifesaver!
Wait. I'm not giving it to you. Yet.
What? Why?
My investigation brought up some questions that need clarification. I'd like you to explain a few things.
Sure. Go ahead.
Combine two related clues to make deductions. Missed clues, do not hesitate to go back and search the streets. You may be not... Yeah, let me try that again. You might not be able to complete the interrogation without them.
Yeah, those two events must be related. Here's a pill. What's it for?
The heck would I know?
Really? You don't? Even though it's yours?
What? You just stole it from me?
Actually, I stole it an hour ago.
I can't believe it.
Well, you better. This is Sterix 500, an antidepressant with an interesting side effect. With a strong enough dose, anyone can fall into a comatose state.
Where are you going with this? I almost think you're accusing me of drugging someone.
Not just someone. A cop.
You're insane.
Sure. Maybe I am. But here's my theory. The merchant girl on your street described a guy deeply asleep earlier this morning. In his underwear. She had a tough time waking him up, and he couldn't remember what happened. But he knew one thing for sure. He's a policeman.
So you think this policeman came to see me? Impossible. I haven't had any visits in days.
What about the two glasses on that table?
Since when can we not drink with multiple glasses? I'm going through a tough situation and you're making it worse. Why did I hire you? No.
What? My prices are too low?
Forget it.
Okay.
See this?
Yes, my remote control. So what?
I forgot.
It's for...
Oh, didn't you say this was for your tablet?
Well, yeah.
Huh. Anyway, my friend told me something quite interesting. See, she thinks that's a police device to remotely disable cameras.
Okay. I admit, that's true.
Then I just confirmed you're a liar.
Are you stupid? That's police equipment. Civilians aren't supposed to know about it.
Have you ever used it?
Not recently.
All right. Then tell me, weren't you patrolling near the pharmacy last night?
Yes, I told you. Then what? Get to the point already.
An incident occurred there. The pharmacy camera had been deactivated. I suspect this little thingy could be responsible.
No idea. Why would I do such a thing?
You tell me.
You're testing my patience. I said I didn't use that darn remote control. Got it?
Did someone steal it from you?
Aside from you, no.
Okay.
All right. So the green ones are just the new ones, but these are combined ones together. Okay. I don't think it's these, but let's see.
That gun ain't yours.
Huh? Of course it is. I got it when I was recruited onto the police force.
Then explain those initials. RJ.
Well, yeah. Another agent got it.
Yeah,
before
I figured
me.
he was going to say something like that.
Is that important? It must be the agent who went into retirement before me. I can't remember his name.
That's not all. The identifier code has been scratched beyond readable. How do you explain that?
I guess it's not brand new, you know. He must have worn it out during his missions.
Do you know anything about what happened at the...
Only what you told me. That someone deactivated the camera to steal something.
I didn't mention any robbery.
Well, that's only logical. What else could it have been?
True, except nothing seems to be missing. However, someone attempted to force open a drawer in the back. Do you know what's stored in there?
No, and I couldn't give a darn.
So you weren't involved in any way with the pharmacy incident?
Enough with your questions. Mind your own business.
You're the one who asked me to investigate.
Not on me personally. This is irrelevant.
I can't trust him.
I hope I'm doing this, like, I could be, and I'm using this loosely, smart, and, like, actually getting these correct, but for some reason I feel like I'm getting them wrong. I kind of want to put two in that I know don't have any, like, things that go together. Let's try these.
It wouldn't be surprising that Sin would...
Okay, so it'll tell you. So actually I've been getting them right, other than the one I just did in the first one. I feel like these two, like this one doesn't have anything to do with what's going on in my mind for some reason. I mean, we could try, but I don't think it's...
See the link,
yeah.
but that doesn't bring...
I'm actually going to take a hint on this one. Resume the interrogation and choose to combine these two clues. Did Sen put a policeman to sleep, and does the gun really belong? Oh, we're just gonna go straight for it then?
Let's assume I'm right, and that gun ain't yours. Wouldn't it make sense that it belongs to the cop you put to sleep?
Those are big accusations. Stop with the mindless assumptions. I'm fed up with all that crap. Give me my gun back. I'll take it by force if I need to.
First, I won't let you. Second, your insistence confirms my suspicions.
You're just trouble. Darn it, what do you want from me?
The truth.
Yeah, like that doesn't seem like it's gonna be any help. There we go.
So, the pharmacy incident, the drugged policeman, the gun's true owner. All the evidence points towards the same direction. You're no policeman, Sin. You're a thief.
No, that's wrong. You don't have any tangible proof.
Maybe I don't, but the police would. Look, I have an idea. If you're telling the truth, it shouldn't be a problem if I ask the cops about your identity.
Wait! Don't do this! You just don't understand. You don't leave me any choice.
Ow. Police brutality! I know he's, like, not actually a policeman. Quit throwing glasses at me, sir. It's quite rude.
How many glasses do I have to throw?
All of them. Literally every single one. Now get out of here.
Stop, please! I'm sorry. You win. You were right. You read me like an open book. I'm a thief. A low-grade criminal. But I did it for my daughter.
Your daughter?
Yes. I just want to see her again. I made a huge mistake. Or at least, I think I did. A week ago, my wife found videos of me with another woman. The truth is, I can't remember it.
Think you've been framed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Any enemies?
Not that I'm aware of. The videos seemed real. I concluded I must have been drunk one night. Well, in any case, she was furious. She made me leave home. She warned that I should never come close to her or our daughter anymore. I tried to reason with her. Not seeing my wife anymore is hard enough. But my daughter, too?
Women can sure get hopping mad. But that's a temporary setback.
Not this time. She's a journalist, you know. Knowing the truth is of the utmost importance for her. And I definitely lost her trust. I attempted to talk to my daughter at the Consciousness Center. That made her totally mad. She threatened to start an expel procedure.
Expel?
I would lose my qualification and access to the drums.
So, you're a drummer?
Yes. Well, not much longer, I guess. I had no choice. I left by myself to come to this awful dump. Well, no offense.
None taken. But why the stealing?
I thought about this situation thoroughly. I just can't live without my sweet little girl. I can't. So, I had to go back and reverse what happened.
I'm afraid the past can't be changed.
You're wrong. There is a way. I could get her back. If her mother would forget this incident.
Can anyone really forget such an important event?
Yes. With Oblivion.
Oblivion?
This medicine was invented for critical situations. Victims of a trauma. Kids losing their parents tragically. It has the ability to suppress select memories days after they occurred. Of course, the government kept it secret. Having this rolled out to the public would have dramatic effects. I spent entire days searching for a solution. And I finally did. A hacker lived in the apartment next to mine. After some convincing, he shared some leaked reports. Oblivion was mentioned, as well as locations where it's stored. I had a policeman friend, RJ. He regularly patrolled around one such location.
That pharmacy. So you drugged him to disguise yourself and steal the medicine?
Exactly. I desperately needed it.
What a way to treat your friends.
true. But if you had a kid, you'd know. You'd do anything for them. I deactivated the camera and tried to force open the drawer. Then, I ran out of luck. A bot detected me and called the cops. I didn't have a choice. If I ended up in jail, my hopes of getting back my daughter would be lost forever. So I escaped through the back alley.
What about the gun?
In the rush, I took it out from my pocket and threw it in the sewers to get rid of it. But, what a fool. I forgot to clean off my fingerprints. If the cops got their hands on it, I'd be done for.
So that's what happened. You hired me because you needed the gun back, but couldn't take the risk to search for it yourself.
Yes. Now, go ahead. Call the cops. I'm ready.
No.
What?
I won't. The only thing I wanted was to know the truth. Look, we're on the same side. I've got a kid too, sort of.
But I deserve it. I attacked you. How could you forgive me? How could anyone?
Don't worry about me. You've suffered more than enough, man. I won't tell anyone, and I'll help you get rid of that stinking gun.
Really? But I lied about something else. I don't even have enough money to pay you. I figured I'd just find a solution.
Ah, well, I had a feeling you'd say that. No worries. We'll figure something out later.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Here's the good...
Don't move! Hands over your head! You too! You're both under arrest.
What? But...
Don't bother trying to use the gun. We've deactivated it.
How did you find us?
Your detective friend here was behaving suspiciously. It was automatically recorded by the system. He led us to you. We took the time to record your confessions behind the wall. That'll save us time.
Oh, sorry.
You're darn right to be sorry. This time I got you, Brok. Helping criminals is a federal infraction.
The name's Brok, you disrespectful weasel.
Whatever. Come on, move. Both of you.
Chapter 2, Life Trial.
Whoa! I'm late! Take a seat. The director will arrive in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. In the meantime, feel free to do exercises at your desk.
Psst. Hey, what? Huh? What's going on? Where are the others?
I'm not sure, but Stubot said Mr. Fenton has been promoted to another center. Don't you think that's strange?
What is?
Well, first it was our polyrectical teacher who became clinically depressed. Then our eco-manager started having health issues. And now our algorithmic teachers transferred elsewhere. All of our human teachers are gone and replaced by bots.
Nah, no conspiracy there. You watch too many liveys. They're just replacing the staff with bots to optimize cost. They're becoming less expensive over time, while us humans are much less reliable.
Don't you feel concerned?
It sucks, but we should be thankful to have been accepted here. Would you prefer one of those crappy slum kids centers? It's our only chance to become drummers, to live under the dome.
I know. I worked hard enough just to get a place here. Still.
Go ahead, sweetie. Take a seat.
Hey, I told you. Don't call me that in front of everyone.
Students, I have some rather major news. As Stubot must have informed you, Mr. Fenton has been promoted and will not be coming back. This incident and some previous others have implied unforeseen changes to the management. It has been decided that your final trials will be advanced to this week, starting now.
What?
Now? But...
Afraid you won't pass, Stinkies.
Shut up, baby robot.
Quiet, please. The trials will span across 3 days. In addition, your science fair invention will be rated and counted for the diploma. As the only students choosing this career path, all 4 of you will be constituting one group. Stubot here will serve as standard meter to evaluate your performance.
Meaning? You will pass if you get a score equal or better than Stubot. Keep in mind, though, this is not a competition.
Yeah, right.
The trials are split into 4 parts, each counting 25 points for a total of 100 points altogether. The first part consists of a series of exercises you'll be doing now. Any questions, Ott?
I've got a major problem. From tomorrow, I'm supposed to start my internship at the police station.
I know. We've decided to do you a favor. You'll be doing tomorrow's trial in the evening after everyone else.
What? But...
No, but... Remember, getting accepted into active society as a drummer for kids like yourself means substantial efforts. You must be willing to make sacrifices. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Flashbacks from working in the education department.
All right, the exam starts now.
There you go. I'm stressing full steam now.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Well, maybe. I don't know. We could take a quick break and continue. Because that was all of Chapter 1. And admittedly, I do want to kind of keep playing. Difficulty. Why? What to do. I think I'm very quickly going to go ahead and use the bathroom, and then we'll make a decision on if I want to keep going or not. Because I want to keep going, admittedly. So, I'll be back in about a minute. Alright. I am back. And I think ultimately I am going to go ahead and end it off here. But I think I'm going to try and stream more of this tomorrow. Because like I said, admittedly, I very much want to keep playing. I want to see how the story progresses and whatnot. So yeah, to say I'm invested is an understatement. Definitely do want to continue more. I do work tomorrow night, so it will kind of depend on energy-wise and time-wise what I am capable of doing. But that said, also I've noticed now that we have control of Graf, which you already knew, but he has a health bar, so maybe there's some fighting involving him. That would be interesting. Really quickly, because I'm curious. Let's check his inventory. Just the apartment key, huh? Yeah, he does have health and attack, so... Alright. Let's go find ourselves a raid target. Excuse me. And then hopefully we'll be coming back to this tomorrow. So, for the record, if you want to know if we're going to be doing this tomorrow or not for sure, just keep track on my Discord page. All of the links to my stuff is below, as well as all the archived streams. If you've been around, you probably already knew that. And one other thing I want to check, because I cannot put the game down, is messages here. Hey, thanks again for dropping by my place. My parents and I don't get many visits. I'm glad you're my friend. You know how the others are. I don't expect to change when we become drummers. Oh, so we don't have money. We can only request it. Gotcha. Excuse me. All right. Interesting. But we'll figure that more out in the next one. So, let's find ourselves a raid target. Who is doing stuff and things? That's true. I had forgotten that they were doing stuff, so... do raid on... Ah, their settings do not allow me to raid. That's a bit of a shame. Alright, let's see. Yeah, nobody else that I know off the top of my head is streaming. So maybe we'll just go ahead and end it off here. But I hope to see you all tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Expect to see this on the archive page whenever I get a chance. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys.